Hello there, people. Good almost morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Why it's almost morning? Because it's 11, 40, 45, approaching towards midnight. So I'll be doing a couple of videos. One is going to be initial impression on a new Armaf fragrance that I got. This is going to be 2023 release, I think. And then I have a list for you for summer. So basically, I'm trying to just keep up the work because there was sort of like 1 week break due to net outage. Absolutely, we're outside the world, out disconnected from the world, and yeah, the loss has been massive, not just financial, economical, infrastructure, a lot of lives lost, precious lives lost. Okay, so yeah, keep us in your prayers, as I always say, and I always start by that because I belong in Bangladesh, so I always say, whatever is happening here. So let's do the Armaf fragrance initial impression. I'll do full on review of this because I plan to buy a few more Armaf in upcoming weeks or so, because there are a few new ones that I saw. I want to review them, and I was just checking out some of these fragrances at the background, which are sent by Samoa Perfumes from Dubai. Mr. Ismail, thank you so much, brother, for sending these my way. I was testing them. Some of them are very, very nice. I really like them. I will talk about them in like 3 episodes. There are 6 perfumes, two on each episode. Some of them are very, very good. So let's try this one. It's called Armaf Caballo, I think that's the name. Very nice, sturdy packaging. Usually, Armaf is notorious for very, to be honest, some of their packagings are kind of cheap and weird looking. Armaf Hunter, to name one. So I am not really big fan of Armaf bottles, even Sydenham bottles. I'm not very big fan of them. But this looks nice. The box is sturdy. It's not flimsy. This nice sort of horse image, as you can see. I don't know if there's one for women as well. This is probably for men. And they mention at the here at the base, I think here or here, they mention with the production date, which year it was produced, and then when it's going to expire. One second thing, they will say batch number. So you can, it's something they do in Middle Eastern houses. And Caballo perhaps means horses. I could be wrong, but they took like nice little initial impression. Just that's the box. The bottle, I really like it. I mean, compared to whatever bottle they made, this is very high class. Okay, this is very, very beautiful and heavy, a proper perfume bottle with one beautiful touch, which is very nice magnetic cap. And this is not really that weak. It's pretty good. And it says Armaf here. As you can see, this has a suede leather sort of a casing. This thing you would imagine from the side, the zipper, they would open. No, this one is just for show, but it just bottle comes out like that. If you do a little bit of a, I think no, you have to loosen up the zipper a little bit. Yeah, then I think perhaps it'll come out. Simple yet white, elegant bottle. Even by itself, it looks very, very nice and clean. I think this packaging really, really is a nice touch. The price on this, I bought this from Perfume Center in Bangladesh. I think the price is under $40. So give or take under $40. Not the cheapest, because nowadays Armaf is no longer like $10, $20. Used to be like $15 starting point. Okay, having a little bit of green tea because I have a little bit of this, at night I do like green tea. So this thing I tested today. I wore it, gave it a full wearing, and I tried it outside when I walked. I reapplied. From the wearing, I have it on the paper. Okay, from the wearing, it gave me different vibes. It's said to be a clone of Parfum de Marly Galloway, which I reviewed. Oh, sorry, by the way, it has also Armaf's latest style is the detailing on the atomizer. Sprayer is very good. Nice atomizer, very effortless, and I love the sound of that click. So it also is said to be a dupe of Bulgari's Tiger. So there is some reviews, not many reviews out there, but Ashton said it's a opening between Blade Chanel and Tiger, and you can kind of see the freshness of it. When I wore it, first impression what I got from this was this kind of like a blast of grapefruit, pink pepper, and kind of like a musky ambergris sort of tone. So at that point, it did not really tell me it's a clone of anything. When you spray it for the first time, you'll not be like Theorem. Theorem is a dupe of Tiger, and then some of the other ones, like Turati Blue. Very obvious from the word go, they are Tiger. This thing is not. This thing is a little bit of its own thing in the opening. At least for the first 2 minutes or so, you will not be able to guess if nobody told you what this is similar to. So I would say it is a mix of Galloway is the last thing I would say, because Galloway, perhaps the white bottle, is the reason why people think like, oh, it's similar to Parfum de Marly, because the bottle color is same as the Galloway bottle. And sorry about the bad hair day. Just walk and all that, it's just all mess. Anyway, so the back, it says Armaf as well here. Really nice touch. So this thing, it has the opening. It's a pretty strong opening. Okay, I'm not going to say this is like a Louis Vuitton Imagination. This is similar to that, like a little bit of Tiger and a little bit of the Galloway. And if you say Bleu de Chêne in certain way, perhaps you can say, but it's not that mint. There's no mint in this. The grapefruit perhaps is the reason why you think of or connect it to perfume like Tiger or Bleu de Chanel. But the opening is a little bit challenging for me. It's kind of like a dirty yet citrusy. It's like a dirty little candy. Okay, that's how I would put it. It is nice, but it's kind of like a bit daring. Okay, not everybody would be saying like, "Oh, it's safe to like it." But if you let it sit on your skin for 2 to 5 minutes, it settles down nicely, and then it starts showing its true colors. And at that point, you start getting the like reference to Tiger. Okay, a little bit of imagination or lemon seed, one of those Louis Vuitton fresh ones, okay, or afternoon swim. It has a little bit of those freshness, like the watery, citrusy freshness. But what it really also does is it really gives like a solid skin presence. Means it has good performance. This thing is not like one of those Armaf poor performers. Some of the older Armafs, they have the tendency to disappear very quickly, very quickly. Trainway, I used to love it, did not last on me. Perhaps another one would be one of the Bleu de Chanel, Shades Blue perhaps, or Shades. Those were some nice fragrances, but sometimes did not perform. But the best known performer from Armaf are Sydenham, Untold. These lines are really long lasting. This is supper with those. So easily you can go, if it's unless it's hot and humid like now in Bangladesh, which makes you sweat. If you just stand outside for 2 to 5 minutes, you start seeing that you start sweating from here without any effort because it's so hot and humid. So in the middle, I'm walking every day, 1.5 hours. So it gets very challenging. You have to keep drinking water, otherwise you get dehydrated. So this kind of weather, this fragrance will last about 3 to 4 hours. You may think it's poor performer. No. On the shirt, you can still smell it after the walk, after your shirt dries down, but on the skin, 3 to 4 hours in this kind of summer. But imagine it's a nice clean country, like clean weather, clean breeze, and also like no humidity. Like it stays around 20 degrees something. This fragrance will really perform, I think, 7 hours easy. So despite being a fresh perfume, this one is a good performer. I would say it's like almost 8.5 out of 10. That kind of a performer. Projection from this 45 minutes, I could detect it. It was projecting like really off of my shoulders, shirt, and I could detect in the air it was moving. But I went literally with 7 to 8 sprays, so that's like another reason. You can go 2 to 3 sprays if you stay indoors. Outdoors, like 6, 7 sprays would be good. If it's extreme heat on the shirt, go like a maniac. Go like 10, 15. Then maybe you will have very good presence. But I think overdoing any fragrance, it could be off-putting for other people. So let's say work in a cubicle. Don't wear this. For office, I would not recommend this. I would recommend this for outdoors. Like outdoor sports, like you playing tennis or playing squash. Badminton. This kind of a sport, it will be really good. You can really enjoy it. Even I would say going out for dating scenario, it has this foodie element. It has some sort of woody element, like alongside that grapefruit and watery accords. Okay, so it is that last bit that reminds me a little bit of the Galloway, because Galloway has this musky tone, and I have something similar to Galloway, which has a tamarind note. You guys know it's a very popular perfume called Lalique White. So this has some elements of this in it, but it does not really stay like Galloway all the way. This fragrance stays mixed with many other DNA. So it is a mismatch or something, whatever is the word. It is a mix of few fragrances all together in one, and with the opening of their own. So I would imagine this fragrance is a good fragrance for people who love Aventus, Bond Number 9 Blicker Street, or Imagination, Louis Vuitton, Afternoon Swim, Tiger by Bulgari. If you love those, this is easy love. You don't need to spend so much money to get those. You can easily wear this, and it actually smells pretty posh. And there is one hint of, let me tell you, I don't know where. I get this kind of like a blackcurrant note. That's why I think perhaps it reminds me of something like a Bleecker Street or Aventus. There's a blackcurrant, like a fruity note to it. And a few months back, I got this other one, that animal inspired, which is Armaf Ego Tigre. This one I like plenty. This is a very beautiful fragrance. Okay, I just really enjoy this. This is very nice. Okay, check out my review on Armaf Ego Tigre. This is also nice release from Armaf. So Armaf is doing good. Now they're getting better, but sometimes they can be redundant with all the CD name like Perfume, Ratio, Oil, Alcohol Free, Limited. They're just overdoing it right now to cash in. Okay, this thing I think is a little bit different from what they've been releasing. It's a good release, and I think more reviews you see to help you. And I really like this look of the bottle. If you see it in real life, you'll be very impressed. Okay, it doesn't have a cheap feel. So overall, Caballo is a good fragrance. For me, it's a great. It's not a great fragrance. Like I would not say this is going to be like a groundbreaking. You never smelled this before. It's totally unique. No, on that in that sense, it's not that. But what it is a good performer. Decent pricing, like $35 to $40 is a decent pricing now. But back in the days, you'd say, oh, why is it not 25? Nowadays, hardly any fragrance to $25 unless it's Latafa, okay, or Fragrance World. So for Armaf, manufactured by Sterling Perfumes, this fragrance for me was a blind buy. I like it, but watch out for the opening. The opening could be a little bit challenging, and some people may say synthetic and it's all over the place, and it gives that plasticky smell. I can see some people say that, but the dry down is absolute gorgeous thing, and I really like the performance of it, the bottle, and the way it smells on the dry down. So overall, this fragrance gets a solid 8 out of 10. Check it out, Armaf Caballo Urom. Okay. And now we're going to be doing a list, and then we'll upload these. Have a nice day. See you soon. Bye bye.